Recently, I turned 17 and as a present got to fly in a Boeing 737-800 flight simulator. I was quite excited but also a bit nervous because, if you haven't guessed, I've actually never flown an actual 737 before. Despite my experience with planes going as far as the Cessna 152, the session went well and I landed at all the airports successfully without crashing. After the session they gave me the 1 hour video clip of the entire flight, so I thought I'd edit it down and share it with you guys. At the beginning of the session, the flight instructor gave me a briefing, making sure I was comfortable with the aircraft, and asked me what I wanted to do. There were two things on my bucket list. One was to land in Bhutan and the other was to land at Kai Tak. Before we got to that though, I was going to do a few takeoffs and landings at Sydney and Melbourne Airport. Other than me avoiding the centerline like the Black Death, the first landing and takeoff went pretty well, but now it was time to move on to Melbourne Airport. For this takeoff I'll be taking off from runway 16, and this time I'm actually able to maintain centerline for most of the takeoff. I floated a bit on this landing, but was rewarded with a smooth touchdown. For this landing, I was landing in Bhutan, and if you're not familiar with this airport, it's home to this viral clip. You can see how difficult the approach is, and while I've done it in MSFS, I was completely convinced that I was going to crash. Due to speed, the aircraft went flared time, leading to that controversial touchdown. You could argue that's a crash, but I still see the aircraft rolling, so I'm going to count that as a landing. For the final landing, I'll be landing at Kai Tak Airport, which closed down in the 90s, but is still one of the most famous airports in the world. The airport was famous for its steep bank angle turn right before landing at the airport, which you can see here. Ironically, while being one of the hardest approaches of the day, it was probably my best landing of all of them. Well, that kind of wraps up my 737 flight experience. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to like and subscribe for future content. Thanks.